Did the Vikings have tattoos? From the 8th through the 11th century, the Vikings terrorized towns and nations throughout Europe. These Norse warriors overwhelmed opposing forces with their fighting skills. Even the Vikings' appearance struck fear in the hearts of their opponents and victims. But did they have tattoos? Reliable historical accounts indicate that the Vikings had permanent markings on their skin. So whether or not the etching were equivalent to modern tattoos is inconclusive. The Vikings were courageous warriors who fought without fear of death. But beautiful craftsmen and artists were among them. They were masters of intimidation, which involved aspects of their appearance. From the dragon heads carvings into the bow of their longbows to the markings on their skin. The Vikings projected such an impressive of power and brutality that the battle was half won at the mere sight of them. It is difficult to say definitely that the Vikings had tattoos. The simple reason for this is there have been no archaeological finds of Viking remains that demonstrate or indicate the presence of tattoos on their bodies because there are only skeletal remains. The Vikings did not maintain a comprehensive written record of their society and culture only through picture stones. The rest of their knowledge were passed down through people. The Icelandic sagas, which forms the main body of historical accounts about the Vikings, were written after the fact and by Christians. Fortunately, other societies during the Viking Age did maintain written records that provided a detailed account. Although the description by other society of the Vikings' tattoos, they observed vaguely mention unfamiliar patterns. Trees, animals, longboats, it would not be difficult to imagine that the symbols would have been so significant to the Vikings. That they tattooed them on their bodies. These markings would have meant a lot to the Vikings and likely would have been unrecognizable to others. Here is the most likeliest candidate for how the Vikings would tattoo themselves. Yggdrasil, the Nordic tree of life, had enormous branches that held the 9 realms of the Vikings' cosmos. Vegvasir, the compass-like symbol, significant a divine power that would guide Vikings through stormy and hazardous conditions. Algerhamur, known as the helmet of the axe, the symbol represented protection to those who wore it on themselves or their battle gear. Mjolnir, the magical hammer of Thor, was a prevalent symbol among the Viking warriors. Mjolnir was the lightning to Thor's thunder. Gungnir. According to Norse mythology, the Old Father Odin's mighty spear never missed a mark and always struck with a deadly effect. Longboats. Perhaps the most fitted symbol for the Viking Age was the vessel that carried these warriors to their targets throughout Northern Europe. Whether the Vikings had ink on their skin or not, history paints a picture of warriors who fought courageously and left a lasting legacy. Thank you for watching this episode of Vikings. Please give my page a follow to keep up with my latest posts, and don't forget to hit that like button and share my contents with your friends and family. Thank you for being a part of my journey.